Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, I want to talk a little bit about Sofi Technologies Incorporated. This is ticker symbol SOFI or Sofi. Same name as the company. They keep it nice and easy for you there. And as you can see, this was a very, very rough day for Sofi. Yet another bad day for the stock. But again, as always, I do want to kind of clarify that this is a bad day for the market overall. 2022 has been a historically bad year for the stock markets, especially the more speculative stocks, more of the growth stocks, especially some unprofitable at this time companies like Sofi. Now, obviously, the market as a whole is not down 10% today. So while the market is going down, Sofi is going down much further. But it's not like the market's running super hot. It's not like growth stocks are killing it right now. It's not like everyone's trying to take on a bunch of risk or anything like that. But man, this is tough to see for Sofi because there's already, before today or before these past couple weeks, before 2022 started, there were already people saying that SoFi is undervalued, that, their growth and all their future expected revenue and all the big catalysts they have coming up, that's already undervalued, that it's already a screaming buy, that it's already great. But again, now taking a look at this, we're down 28 almost percent year to date on SoFi. We're now at 52-week lows pretty much. I mean, we hit 52-week lows today. That, hey, is this thing all of a sudden like even more of a buy? Is this thing crashing down because something's changed? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Of course, no financial advice at all on this one. I'm not telling you to buy or sell anything. Just kind of going over the news, going over stories, giving my thoughts and opinions on some of the stories as well, and just talking about stocks, talking about, what's going on in the market. So, just to make that clear, definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video, subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out the Patreon, first link in the description below. Help support my channel and my content in a really awesome and easy way. With that being said, let's get right into this. So some big news coming out. Obviously, again, rough day for SoFi. Markets overall, Dow Jones is down 0.2%, not too bad there, but S&P down 0.5%, NASDAQ down 1.4%, and Russell down 2.29%. So again, growth and speculation and stuff, it's kind of getting killed right now. It's a very, very rough market, and this is the risk. Obviously, you always talk about risk and reward, and for so long it's been reward, reward, reward. Obviously, you have downside risk as well. That's just kind of what you have to get ready for in the markets. But as far as some of the good news coming out, Bridge Creek Investment Management LLC buys Sofi Technologies Incorporated. This is a Tulsa, Oklahoma-based investment company. Bridge Creek Investment Management is buying SoFi stock. They already own some SoFi stock, but they're adding to their position. I thought this was very, very cool. Now, for those of you that don't know, as said here, this is an LLC that owns 114 different stocks, so they have a very, very diversified portfolio, at least relative to certain funds or certain other portfolios and stuff, with a total of $720 million. This is a significant investment company, and you can see here that they have now added positions, SoFi. They have added to their SoFi position. If we scroll down, we can see what exactly they have decided to do here. Bridge Creek Investment Management LLC added to a holding in Sofi Technologies Incorporated by 894.68%. The purchase prices were between $14.27 and $23.29, with an estimated average price of $18.33. The impact of the portfolio due to this purchase was 0.46%. The holdings were 233,750 shares as of December 31st, 2021. So again, they are in pretty significantly on SoFi at an average cost of $18.33. They felt comfortable enough to invest a significant amount of money, with that being at least their average cost of these most recent shares. And again, this thing is now today at $11.36. So obviously they are pretty massively down on that purchase, but that also, on the flip side, to me, that's kind of interesting that, like, damn, they loved this thing at $18.33, or they loved it enough to go ahead and, throw a lot of money into it and add to their position. They're buying the dip, and they even bought as low as like 14 something as well. So, they were getting shares on the way down, and that would lead me to believe that, maybe they're selling out now, but I doubt it. I would bet that they're buying more and more shares right now. But anyway, if they loved it at $18.33, it's at $11.36. That kind of screams like an opportunity to me, at least. That makes me think. That doesn't mean I'm for sure buying or anything like that, but that just makes me wonder, like, maybe there's something I need to dive into here. Maybe this is a really, really great opportunity. Maybe, I, as an individual investor, and for my individual accounts and stuff, I can get a much better price than some of these massive, massive investment firms and stuff, that generally, not always, but, a lot of them will make pretty educated, pretty intelligent decisions and perform pretty well over time. Maybe I can get this thing a little bit cheaper. I don't know. To me, that's at least something worth looking into. But the other flip side is that so many stocks in the market are down right now. So many stocks are at 52-week lows. So many stocks are, oversold. So many stocks are getting into, I have to buy, screaming buy, massive deals and all this stuff. So, SoFi is one of these stocks that's been very, very beaten down in 2022, but there's a ton of those stocks in the market. There's a ton of those stories, and everyone is, holding their giant bags going, hey, this is why you guys need to buy X, Y, Z stock. There's all of those stories in the market right now. So, it makes me think about SoFi, but also there's a lot of stocks that are making me think right now. We do have this as well. This was a post to the SoFi stock subreddit update on my interview with SoFi to give user feedback for options trading. Obviously, a very, very, highly sought after feature by a lot of retail investors, a lot of younger investors, a lot of new people getting into the market. They want SoFi to have options trading on their platform, and there has been, a bunch of hints and the hints that SoFi is hiring people to get something like this going. That hopefully this will be a new feature we see. Maybe in 2022, who knows? A lot of SoFi investors see this as a really big missed opportunity that, with the recent investing boom we've had in the last couple of years and options and all that stuff, margin being a huge part of that we've kind of missed out on that on the SoFi end. But this guy, again, no way to confirm this or anything, but he says that he just got off his Zoom interview with SoFi research team regarding options trading. He got to see the current design for options trading and had an opportunity to run through all the screens to complete a purchase of a call. There were 4 SoFi people in the chat that were gauging his response using the app. Very interesting, and can't wait for them to add this feature. So again, if this is true, which hey, I have no way to verify, I don't really think anybody does, that hey, maybe options trading is coming to SoFi soon. Maybe 2022, maybe 2023, who knows? But this seems like something that people have been expecting for a while, and it wouldn't be shocking if they added this. But I think it would be a feature that a lot of people really, really do like. Another very, very popular SoFi stock post today is prices this low, scream buy, buy, buy. At least this person got another 100 shares today. Not a ton, but this gets them closer to some of their goals and stuff. And then people just talking about how bullish they are on SoFi. People saying they're still buying the dip. Yes, it sucks to check your portfolio and have it go down every day, but it seems like the community as a whole still believes in this company. They're happy and excited to get these things at better prices. And hey, a lot of people think they're going to be able to just make this much more money as their favorite stock continues to dip and dip and dip. So yes, there is a lot of panic, fear, despair in the market right now, but hey, there's always multiple different attitudes you can have to it. So I thought this was kind of cool, to at least see a more positive post on the front page, especially on a day, where SoFi lost almost 10% of its value in a single day, because that's tough. That's a rough day. This I thought was kind of interesting, a post about why at least this person thinks that SoFi is going down. So he says there's a few reasons. Lending Club, their Q4 2021 earnings report just came out recently, and a lot of people put SoFi and Lending Club in that same pot. I've done this before. I had a video talking about what happened to Lending Club after they got their bank charter and what kind of, revenue and profitability increases and stock price appreciation they saw, and compared that to, SoFi and them getting their bank charter and maybe what they can look forward to in the future. It's really, really easy to compare these two companies. So when a Lending Club has a not so favorable earnings report, the fact that could have an effect on SoFi, I don't think is that outlandish. I don't think that's that crazy. And they said that Lending Club recently has beaten estimates, but the big thing here is that they failed to show positive guidance. And obviously this market right now does not forgive negative guidance. And surely enough, Lending Club has plummeted by 26% by the time he's posting that. So, could the bad Lending Club guidance have something to do with SoFi going down? Yeah, it absolutely could. I thought that was kind of an interesting point that I haven't heard as many people talking about. The Fed kind of screwing growth stocks right now, increased shorts due to uncertainty in the stock market. Overall, fintech is not super high at the moment. These things do go in waves. There's absolutely rotations into different sectors and everything like that. But I did want to hit on the Lending Club point because I thought that was actually very, very interesting. And then we have this. This was, I believe, the top post on the subreddit when I checked it out right now. People talking about SoFi customer acquisition costs versus traditional banks. This is why they will disrupt banking. I thought this was very, very interesting. This talks about differentiated customer acquisition strategies resulting in lower customer acquisition costs. This is actually from ARK Investments as well. On a net basis, traditional banks in the U.S. spend roughly $750 in paid marketing and roughly $2,500 in total, including the occupancy expense expenses for branch networks to acquire a new customer. Based on network effects, viral marketing, and arguably superior value propositions, digital wallet providers spend as little as $1 to acquire new customers, giving them room to invest and move up market. And then you see here we have Sofi listed at $40 for their lower customer acquisition cost relative to U.S. banks, and at $2,500 here, obviously saying that this has a massive advantage for companies like Sofi. Now, yes, Sofi is at a much smaller scale right now, and the devil's advocate in me is like, hey, if we're paying such lower prices for customer acquisition and we're still not profitable, kind of what's going on there? Maybe that's not exactly a great thing, but again, it does make this whole thing very, very scalable. And the fact that if Sofi can get their hands on more and more of the market share, and they're able to acquire customers for cheaper and get them into their full suite of financial services, there could potentially be a lot of money and a lot of profit to be made here, and that in the long run they could really have so much revenue and so much profitability that, hey, we know, we've heard Anthony Noto say that one of their goals is to eat into the banking system in the United States, the traditional big banks, and this is maybe one way they can do that by having a really significant market advantage just in their overall customer acquisition cost. So I thought this was very, very interesting. And yes, there are other banks on here: Nubank, Cash App, Tinkoff, Kaspi, and SoFi's not the cheapest or anything like that. But man, when you compare it to some of these other things, they're spending a lot less money, and they're not doing anywhere near the numbers. They're not having as much success as some of those other ones right now, but this is a growth story. We'll see how this thing goes into the future. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SOFI. I'd love to hear guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, save today, and all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then.